Hello students, today we are going to talk again about communication. In any communication, words and thoughts, they are the most important things. Without words, we cannot communicate. Without words, we cannot make sentences. Without thoughts, and we cannot use the words in our communication or in our sentences. Here there is one line is there. Communication is a process of passing information and understanding from one person to another. What is communication? That communication means some information is going to pass from one person to another person. One person is telling his thoughts, he is giving his information to others, and other person who is listening and understanding, comprehending, and coming to know that what the information is there and what the talking is there. This is called communication. It is two-way process. One person is talking, second is listening, and second person is replying also. The second is there. Communication is any behavior which results in an exchange of meaning. And second information it is given that what is communication? It is exchange of meaning is there, exchange of ideas is there, and then communication is there. Just like for example, if I say how communication is there, that what is your name? The person who listens, he replies that my name is Sachin, for example. This is the communication. One person is asking, the second person is replying, and in this way that they both are understanding the meaning of each other. In communication, we are talking about communication. Communications are two types: verbal communication and non-verbal communication. Two things, most important things. Remember, verbal communication means when we are using words in our communication. Just like for example, I am making sentences, I am talking, I am giving my opinions to you. What are thoughts are there in my mind, and I am trying to give you all these things into sentence manner, into a words manner, or in anything that what I am saying to you. This is a verbal communication. And non-verbal communication means what are the expressions are there. Facial expressions are there. One we can say. Second, facial expressions. Second is that body language is there. Third, how your eye express those things. Many times are there, we communicate our thoughts with non-verbal things also. Just like for example, smile is there. When after listening something, one person is there, for example, one father is there, and he has got a small child of 3 years or 4 years. When that child said ABCD before that father, then father smiles. Communication is there. What the meaning? Here the father is not using any word. He is not saying any sentence. He is not saying that congratulations my child. He is not saying this. He is only smiling. With the smile, he is saying yes. Smile is there. Showing the anger is there. Body language is there. From the body language also we can just like tell our meanings to others. Just like for example, giving jerks to the shoulders. So for example, I don't want to say anything, then I move my neck from left to right. If I want to say something, then I say in this manner, yes, I will do. Without saying I will do or I am understanding, if I say in this manner, then certainly it is expression is there, and it is one type of communication is there. Information is transferred from one person to another person, it is called communication. And how the communication is there, that when information is going to transfer, the words you have to choose correctly. You have to choose word correctly, you have to present correctly, and in this manner you have to tell to the person before you or the people before you that they can understand easily. For example, here they have given again I want to say that thoughts are there. When the thoughts are there, what can I say? That one thing is necessary. When we are going to make facial expressions, when we are going to make our body language, when we are saying that I want to say in this manner or word manner. Finally, these are the two ways are there. Verbal communication, non-verbal communication. Verbal communication means when we are using words, when we are using sentences, when we are using paragraphs. These are called verbal communication, means of verbal communications. And when we are using facial expressions, when we are using body language, when we are using angry face, when we are using smiles, when we are laughing, when we are jiggling, when we are telling something from our eyes, then this is called non-verbal communications. That two things are we are going to discuss today, that both these are important in communication. That whatever you are saying, it is correct. Whatever you are doing is correct. Whatever you are understanding is correct. But when communication is there, first step is there that you have to differentiate between verbal communication and non-verbal communications. Because these things have got their importance in any way. I'm not telling that verbal communication is most important, or I cannot say that all the time we have to use non-verbal communication. At the instance, what the incident or what the instance or what the time demands from us, that thing is necessary. You have to do this on the time. Sometimes verbal communication is most important, just like for taking lectures. When we am giving some information to you, verbal communication is there. When I am telling some process to you, laboratory works are there. When the science teacher is saying something about the experiment, then verbal communication is there. When my teacher is telling something about my good things or bad things, merits and demerits, verbal communication is there. And sometimes non-verbal communication is there. For example, if one person, if I dislike that person and he is saying something to me, what I say, I can't say anything. What I say, go away. With the hand, what I say, forget it. Or simply, I turned my face from that person to another direction. These are the things you have to remember when you are going to communicate things. Remember these two things are most important in communication. Verbal communication, as I say, that when we are using words and sentences, this is called verbal communication. And second is there when we are using facial expressions and body language, these type of communication is called non-verbal communication. Thank you. Today that much is sufficient for us. Next time we will see about how we are going to give information and how we are going to understand the information given by others. Thank you for listening to me.